Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakadash. Double honors to all the elders and apostles of the GMS that taught me this truth. Peace and shalom to my fellow Akim that are pushing this truth with honesty and sincerity. Shalom. And just going to do a quick lesson, man. Or not a lesson, but just sit down rather going into the where it is that a verdict has been reached in the Derek Chauvin trial, which we knew that it was going to come sometime this week anyway. Most people was thinking on Monday or whatnot. But look, we hope that it's not guilty, man, because we want this place to burn. We want uproars of the people, man. Okay? And so we're just going to read a little bit of an article, a few articles, and a video, because the National Guard has been called in certain cities. And we all know that this is a play on the mind, man, of the week. Okay, we all know this is a play on the mind of the week. So it says, verdict reached in Derek Chauvin trial. The jury has reached a verdict in the trial of Derek Chauvin over the death of George Floyd. The verdict will be read in court between 3:30 to 4:30 to 4 o'clock p.m. The reading will air The reading will air live on Fox 9 and online fox9.com. The trial began March 8th with jury selection, the state and defense delivering opening arguments on March 29th. Followed by 3 weeks of testimony, the jury began deliberations at 4 p.m. on Monday, following the closing arguments. In all, the jury deliberated for 10 hours. Chauvin is charged with second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter for Floyd's 2020 death outside Cup Food at 38th Street and Chicago Avenue. George Floyd's death to Derek Chauvin's trial. Who are the jurors? The 12-person jury consists of 5 men and women. 6 of the jurors are white, 4 are black, and 2 identify as mixed multicultural. The 2 jurors are in their 20s, 3 are in their 30s, 3 are in their 40s, and there are 3 are in their 50s, and 1 is in their 60s. Just gonna read a little bit of this closing arguments. The jury had allotted to consider deliberations after 3 weeks of testimony and hearing from 45 witnesses. Prosecutor Steve Schleicher delivered a closing argument for the state on Monday, making it clear that the jurors in the case is not the state of Minnesota versus police. It is the state of Minnesota versus Derek Chauvin. The defendant is on trial for being a police officer. Schleicher said, I'm butchering this guy's name. It's not the state versus the police. He's on trial for who he was. He's on trial for what he did. He told the jury that he had to set aside any biases that a police officer would ever hurt or kill anyone, which that's all they've been doing. That's what they were designed for, man. They weren't designed to keep the peace. They're designed to keep you niggas in line and keep you niggas in order. And that's why you're getting gunned down out here in these streets like that, man. All right, hands up, don't shoot. So since the trial, you've had, this is what we know of, okay? Two more people get killed. All right, was Dante Wright, and then I forgot the name. I think the guy's name was Adam Toledo. All right, Northern Tribe. All right, but it is, man. It is what it is. And if this trial doesn't ignite fire and spark off something, then something else will. You know, we're just hoping. The day is gonna come, man. Okay, the day is going to come. Let me see here. This is second address 2. Salakia, second address 15. And I'll start. Behold, spake thou in thy ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh. And that's what we do, man. We speak the words of prophecy because we are in those times. We are in the times of the end. There's no doubt about it, man. All right. All the abominable acts that's going on in the world, let alone here in Babylon the Great, which is America, man. Okay. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. All the words of these scriptures are faithful and true, man. Either they have happened or they're going to come to pass, man. Right? Because the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is not a man that he shall lie. Okay. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. And we're not worried about you niggas that don't believe, because the time for running your mouth is coming to an end, because everything that the elders and apostles on down from the Ruach HaKodesh, which is the Holy Spirit, is coming true, man. Okay, for all the unfaithful should die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, see of the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And we're in that. We're in all three of these. We're all three of these stages right now, man, or all four of them, Salakia. All right, the sword, niggas getting killed, niggas killing each other. All right, niggas getting killed by the police. All right, niggas getting killed by white boys. All right, famine, there's mass famine, man. All right, it's just not being reported yet. Okay, and then yesterday they had what they say the Hoover Dam or one of the dams is low on water, man. Okay, death and destruction, man. Death is coming. All right, multiple shootings over the weekend, just along in this metroplex. Okay, then a baby was killed out there in Chicago. So look, the Lord is ramping things up, man. Let me get that real quick. And Sirach, the Lord is ramping things up. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes, and in the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, of him who's the him. The him is Yahweh, man. Okay, and they're ready. The angels are ready to do the bidding of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shot, man. Okay, and look, if this trial is if he's found guilty, there's supposed to be riots. If he's found not guilty, there's supposed to be riots, man. So let's go, man. Come on with it, man. Bring it on. Okay, we'll get back into the second Esdras 15 here in a second. Let's get into this article. It says National Guard troops are called to U.S. cities as the jury deliberates in the Chauvin trial. And this was earlier today. It says National Guard members and Minneapolis police officers standing guard outside Hennepin County Government Center in Minneapolis on Tuesday. Reports the New York Times. Cities across the country are preparing for protests as the jury in the murder trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin entered its second day of deliberations on Tuesday. With the memory of last summer's protest after George Floyd's death still fresh, some states have ordered National Guard troops to be on standby in anticipation of large protests, and if there is an acquittal. Police chiefs are urging protesters to be peaceful, and businesses in many cities from Indianapolis to Los Angeles to New York are boarding up windows. The courthouse where the trial is being held is surrounded by razor wire fencing, concrete barriers, and dozens of National Guard troops. It will be up to each governor to decide whether troops or law enforcement will be necessary to help with possible protests. So far, Illinois, Minnesota, and Washington, D.C. have done so. All right, looks like a damn army, small army base, man, especially in D.C. You know, and it's only going to intensify, man. All right, those troops have been there since January the 6th, man. Here it is, April. Okay, and they haven't went anywhere, and they're slowly, gradually going to do this, man. Okay, with all you can see them doing it with all these shootings that are going on that are occurring. Because what's getting ready to happen? Babylon is getting ready to go under the full draconian law, man. Under full draconian law. Let's get that in Revelations, the 13th chapter. I think like somewhere like around 11. Yeah, Revelations 13 and 11. And behold, another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon. All right. And we know that word dragon goes into drakon, which is a Greek brutal philosopher, man, or brutal lawmaker. Okay. And he spake as a dragon, harsh rule over the people, man. Okay. America comes as peaceful, the Christian city, Christian doctrine, love thy neighbor. But look what happened. You've been doing everything but loving your neighbor. All right. And so the draconian law and draconian rule is only going to further, Esau's only going to further sink his claws in, man, to a total clamp down. All right. You see what's happening in Canada. They're on a lockdown. I wanted to do a lesson on that. Lord willing, I will come and do a lesson on that either later today or tomorrow. Depends on how the spirit works. All right, so let's get back with it. Police chief. Okay, yeah. It will be up to each governor to decide whether troops or law enforcement will be necessary to help with possible protests. So far, Illinois, Minnesota, and Washington, D.C. have done so. House cities are preparing. Minneapolis on Monday, Governor Tim Walz declared a peacetime emergency and said that state troopers from Nebraska and Ohio would come to Minneapolis to help overwhelm local state law enforcement. So see, they're breaking jurisdictions and all this other shit and allowing other troops from other states to come in. And so what they're going to do soon, they're going to put NATO, and they're going to have FEMA troops out here, man. Okay, there are already 3,000 National Guard troops in Minneapolis and 1,000 law enforcement officers, including state troopers. The force is patrolling the downtown and metropolitan areas. Construction workers boarded up dozens of additional buildings downtown on Tuesday morning. The local police and sheriff's deputies patrolled the streets in squad cars near the courthouse, focusing on shopping centers and businesses set up in additional concrete barriers and fencing, making it harder to access parking lots and entrances. Some businesses have taken to spray painting or posting signs to alert customers that they are open, even if windows appear covered. On one corner downtown, at least 6 National Guard Humvees were parked with about a dozen cars. And we're just going to read a little bit of the Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. on Monday, the National Guard was called up in case of protests through May 9th, according to the news release last summer. The Guard used chemical inheritance, including tear gas and a helicopter, to try to clear Lafayette Square, the plaza in front of the White House, drawing criticism about the heavy-handed policing of the protest. And so we're not going to read all the article. We're just going to get into the little video that Maxine Waters had, the real Maxine Waters, had, she went out to the protest. Actually, that's not it. She went out to the protest a few days ago, and this is what was said, man. So let's get that. Hold on, it's a lot here, this commercial.
So I've been homeless. This is a very difficult time in the history of this country. Despite the fact that we know that people of color have been killed too often, unarmed young men, in particular black men, have been killed. We know that we're now coming to the end of the George Floyd trial, and that I suppose the closing arguments are going to be made on that case coming Monday. And we're really just almost at the beginning of what is happening with our young man, Dante Wright, who was killed, and that we have to persist in calling for justice. We have to let people know that we're not going to be satisfied unless we get justice in these cases. And so I just could not sleep. I could not rest. I could not be satisfied without coming here to let the family know, and the friends know, and the people of this community know, and all those who have organized for justice know that I stand with you. I stand with you. I am not afraid. I am not intimidated, and I'm going to speak truth to power. Thank you.
Yeah, man. And so, Maxine Waters stirring up the pot, man. Stirring up the pot. Okay, she's also saying some comments that we might have to get a little rough or around that sort. I tried to find a video, but I couldn't locate it. But yeah, the National Guard troops are out again. Why? Because there are spirits created for vengeance within which in their fury lay on sore strokes in a time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, which is the Lord Yahweh, man. And those spirits are getting ready to work, man. Okay? Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance, man. Okay? These were created for vengeance, and the sword as well, man. Yeah, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. And the wicked is you other nations, and you 2/3. Okay, you 2/3 Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics, man. All right, the sword is going to get ready to come down on you, man. And again, we hope there is uh blood in the streets, man, because if it doesn't happen here, again, it's going to happen later on, man. All right, let me see here. Behold, that's verse 10. Behold, my people, actually I'll start at 9. And therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. And that's right, man. The innocent blood shed at the hands of Esau, Edom, which we know there's no respect of person. All right, and whoever died being innocent, but look, Esau took it too far, man. All right. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt, which is modern day America, with the plagues as before. And I will destroy all the land thereof. Let me see here. I'm going to jump down to 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And we getting ready to see that, man. We getting ready to see that. Verse jumping down to 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And you're gonna have a lot of niggas out here afraid, not knowing what's going on, not knowing what's gonna do. Your AR-15 is only gonna take you so far, man. It's only gonna be able to save you, man. All right, so much. All right. At the end of the day, you gotta have that covering from the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. All right, and this is Genesis 49:9. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouches a lion and an old lion. Who shall rouse him up, man? The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah again is going to put the spirit on you Negroes to get your asses out there and make some noise, man. Okay? So, hey, we'll come back. Lord willing, we'll come back with a video going over the verdict of this trial, man. And, just the news that comes with it, okay? So, hopefully this lesson is edifying. I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.